For correctness, that this individual,
a group of lawyers and human rights activists has called on President Bola Tinubu to abolish the Land Use Act of 1978 and promulgate a new law to register and regulate land matters in Nigeria. The group made this call in Lagos while briefing journalists about the continuous act of land grabbers in the country. They said abolishment of the act would resolve the issue of land grabbing and stop land grabbers from conniving with state agencies to dispossess landowners. Head of the group, Oladotun Hassan, said despite court judgment conferring land to their owners, land grabbers in Lagos refused to comply with court orders, but instead used thugs and state officials to intimidate landowners. Oladotun appealed to Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to address the issue of land racketeering menace happening in the state. He asked the governor to commence strict land audits of all allotted land in the state.
We cannot continue to apply the Land Use Act to resolving land issues. Land Use Act was a product of necessity under the military era. It can no longer function under democracy because the government cannot outweigh, we repeat, cannot outweigh ancestral land owners. They can only regularize, ensure proper delineation of communities, but not for government to come into ancestral villages, take over their lands, demolish their houses, and allot such land to unknown persons. And those unknown persons will be an overlord on the Bale, on the kings, and community where these lands are located. And this, if continuously in this manner, will one day result to a revolution, will inevitably affect the peace and development of the state. Because land grabbers have taken advantage of these loopholes to go and register community lands with huge survey plans in connivance with staffs of the Lagos State government. We are mentioning that this has led to pain.
If we have a law and there's an agency to that effect, where enforcement needs to take place, and instead of reducing the rate of this crime, rather it's getting more increasing. So we are calling on the Lagos State government to rise up to occasion. The Attorney General of Lagos State must ensure that every land grabber is brought to book.
The government itself and the problem that we have here on this issue of land grabbing.
Yes. Yes.
Because the government itself are the land grabbers. We should not stop. We should stop deceiving ourselves. The government itself are the land grabbers. Because when government created an agency to be in charge of people that are grabbing land, and the same government are the one that are perfecting documents for them. And people in government, high-ranking officers of government, are the one using all these people. We are just saying that no, they are the high-ranking persons in government that are using them to acquire all those lands.
Access 24 news correspondent Teslim Olaniro reports that the group listed Oregu, Ikorodu, Ibejuleki, Etiosa, and among others as areas with large land grabbing.